Good morning, fifth graders. It's Mr. Rindo here. This week's review with Rindo is focusing on subtracting mixed numbers. Again, last week we focused on using an addition connection and solving subtraction problems on a number line. This week we're going to focus on using borrowing to solve subtraction of mixed numbers. So when I talk about borrowing is actually a pretty simple concept, and I'm going to use this picture right here to kind of help explain it first. If we were to ask you what number is represented by the fraction bars on the board, most of us would look and say, okay, I see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and then I have 1/4 left over. So we would say that the number 4 and 1/4 is represented by this picture, and that is correct. Now, when we say borrowing, the idea behind borrowing is that we can go ahead and split some of these holes into more fourths. So if I go ahead right now and take this one right here and split it up into 4 more fourths, instead of calling this picture 4 and 1/4, we could now call this 3 and 5/4. And you're probably thinking, like, why would you do that? Well, normally we wouldn't, but in a subtraction situation, sometimes it's helpful to do this. And by the way, we could keep going with this. So if I take another hole and split it up into 4 more fourths, we could now say that the number we're looking at is 2 and 9/4. And if we do it again, we could go ahead and split this up into 4 more fourths. And now we can say that we're looking at 1 and 13/4. And then if we do it one more time, we've actually renamed 4 and 1/4 as an improper fraction. So now we're looking at this and we're simply saying that we have 17/4. So this is an important thing to know because we're going to use this kind of borrowing to help us solve subtraction problems. So first problem we have right here is 3 and 1/4 minus 1 and 5/8. Now, first things first, I think we know at this point that when we are adding or we are subtracting fractions, common denominators are going to make it much, much easier to do so. So right now I see that we have fourths and we have eighths. I'm going to use multiplication to rename 1/4. And now I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this problem. So now it's going to be 3 and, my mistake, not 3 and 1. It's going to be 3 and 2/8 minus 1 and 5/8. So now that all the parts are eighths, it's easier to think about. Now, the key thing to remember is that a subtraction problem is a takeaway problem. So when I read this number sentence, I could say 3 and 2/8 take away 1 and 5/8. In this situation, I kind of hear that doesn't make sense. 3 is enough to take away 1, but 2/8 is not enough to take away 5/8. And so in this situation, we have to borrow, just like we were doing a moment ago. So right now, the problem is that 2/8 isn't enough eighths to take away 5/8. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to split up one of these holes. So if I split up one of these holes, that's going to leave me with 2 of them. And when I split up a hole, I'm going to get 8 more eighths. So I'm going to take this denominator, 8, and I'm going to add it to the numerator. So now this 2 is going to become 10. So now, instead of 3 and 2/8, we are saying that we have 2 and 10/8. And we're doing that because now we have enough to perform the subtraction. So let me go ahead and take care of the holes first. I'm going to do 3, take away 2. I'm sorry, forgive me. I'm going to do 2, take away 1, and that gives me 1. And now I'm going to subtract the eighths. Now I'm going to do 2/8, take away 5/8, and that gives me 5/8. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at another one real quick. We have 6 and 2/5 minus 3 and 5/6. And again, just like before, we need common denominators before we go any further. So for this one, I'm going to have to rename both fractions. I'm going to go ahead and do times 6 and then times 5. And then I have to repeat the same thing to my numerator. And now I'm going to rewrite the whole problem. So now 6 and 2/5 is going to be 6 and 12/30. And 3 and 5/6 is going to be 3 and 25/30. And we are subtracting. So now I read this and it says 6 and 12/30 take away 3 and 25/30. And I think once again we see that we're going to have to borrow. 12/30 is not enough to take away 25/30. So I'm going to take one of these wholes and I'm going to split it up. So now we have 5 of them. And we're splitting that whole up to get more 30ths. And one whole will give us 30 more 30ths. So we're going to take this denominator and add it to the numerator because we are getting 30 more 30ths. So this 12 plus 30 is going to give us 42 30ths. So now, instead of 6 and 12 30ths, we're saying 5 and 42 30ths, which is the same thing. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to subtract. We're going to do 5, take away 3. That gives us 2 wholes left over. And now we're going to do 42 30ths, take away 25 30ths, and that will leave us with 17 30ths. All right, I'm going to model one more, friends, and then you guys can go ahead and get practicing. All right, last one. 8 and 2/3 minus 1 and 5/12. So again, I need common denominators. On this one, I'm not going to do 3 times 12 and 12 times 3 because I see that 3 can be turned into 12 by multiplying by 4. So I'm going to do times 4 times 4, and I'm going to rename 8 and 2/3 as 8 and 8/12. And then I'm going to leave 1 and 5/12 as 1 and 5/12. Now, in this situation, we got to be careful that we don't just automatically start borrowing every time. Sometimes you don't need to, and this is one of those instances. 8 is enough to take away 1. 8/12 is enough to take away 5/12. So in this situation, we're not going to borrow unless we absolutely need to, and on this one, we don't. So we're going to subtract. 8 take away 1 is 7. 8/12 take away 5/12 is 3/12. And if you want to simplify this, divide by 3, divide by 3, 7 and 3/12 is the same thing as 7 and 1/4. All right, guys, this is the second way that I've shown you to subtract. In my opinion, this is probably the way that's a little easier, but at the same time, they are both effective methods, and it's important to understand that both ways work. Happy practice, guys, this week, and if you have any questions, just stop by and let me know. Good luck.